Hello, this is Alfredo with the Charter Unified Account Portal team. Today I would like to show some details about my testing process and what's my approach to unit testing. So first of all, what I've been doing on the realm of unit testing is that, well, based off of a problem that I found on one of the Ruby on Rails libraries, where several files generated by the library weren't rendering quite correctly as I expected them. Well, first of all, what I did first is that so I found out that there was a posted issue here by another user to which I contributed. I understand that I have to be true with my issue reports and to make things clear about what's my environment and what expectations I have about the software. So basically, the problem is that the framework is not generating the right content in some of the files. So what I did here, well, first of all, I forked the repository, and I started making contributions to my fork of the repository. This is what I have on my system. I created that directory generation fix branch. So let's check that out. And now that I am on that branch, well, I can see the contributions that I've made with here's the commit history. So what I did here, check out this file. I wrote this test. It inherits from one of the Ruby on Rails base classes to create unit tests, and basically it sets up calling the framework with a certain set of arguments, and so of course, if I needed to set up any test data or any fixtures, I will involve that in here. And then I wrote these two methods. As you can see, this Ruby on Rails uses several different constructs which follow the functional paradigm. Basically, inside of here, it's a whole closure. Basically, what I do is I delegate control to run generator, which runs the files with the given arguments, and then I just run assertions that certain file names were generated. And after that, based from what I discuss here on the GitHub page, what I discussed that okay, this is what's happening and it shouldn't be happening. This is what should happen. So I created a task to recreate that in a unit test. And then basically my assertion is just comparing the content of the files to what I expect them. Uh, so obviously before I implemented my fixes, it didn't work. After I implemented my fixes, it started working. So also on Ruby on Rails, there's a construct called an operational, which is kind of a set of conditions that you have to run your code against. Appraise that it works with this and this and this version of the framework, and which I completely understand that that's a version of the dependencies that I'm supposed to test against. So finally, what I do to validate that, well, finally what I did after I prepared my contributions, I opened a pull request on the JBuilder side, which they don't do Jenkins, but they do Travis CI, which is integrated with GitHub, which I think is very nice. So I submitted my changes, and I continued the conversation, and after everything looks good, well, it works. I think my contribution should be okay for submission now. The CI process that they use with Ruby on Rails, Travis CI, is showing that my contributions run correctly against, well, all of the tests that I have in the test suite. So yeah, basically that's what I. Let's see here. This is very true because basically you test against many versions of the same library. After a test finishes running, you get all green here, all the assertions, all the test suite, and yeah. that's about it. Make a test. This is the test that I wrote. If I run it here, it runs my assertions, no failures, and of course, if I were to check out my previous commits, let's head back in time to, let's say, before I made the contribution. So if I try to run the same test, now it fails because the content of the file doesn't match what it should be matching. So let's go forward in time again to the last commit in branch, and now the test passes. Well, I think that's about it. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me. I look forward to working with you, and I look forward to contribute. Thanks.